as of now, before the account, so the share account was with the computer share.
Right.
And then in the meantime, the company has migrated on Equate Plus.
That's correct.
Okay, so then I cannot allocate, at the moment I cannot allocate the account on my end. So therefore, I need to call the resolution team.
Right.
They have access to the previous system.
Okay, because I have spoken to ComputerShare today, and they said must speak to you.
Okay, so that's. Let me see that. And may I please have the full name of the lady, please?
Yeah, it's access on our system. You must contact Equate Plus. Nothing to do with us. That's what they've said to me today.
So probably okay. So then would you mind to tell me the contact telephone number you rang again? Sorry.
Yeah.
With them. Oh,
And this is
right.
instead of the share save plan. Is that right?
Yes.
Right.
So basically, the one the number I gave to you
Mm-hmm.
is the department,
Yeah.
which is they are managing the employee share plans.
Right. And they'll still have access to that on their computers now, will they?
They will have the access into with the system.
Lovely. Manuel, do you know what time they close?
Right. And normally they should close around 5:30.
Right.
So you can manage to get.
I'll try them now then.
But I cannot guarantee.
ComputerShare. And ComputerShare. Yeah, go on.
But Equate Plus, ComputerShare and Equate Plus is just a platform owned by ComputerShare. It's just a computer application.
Right.
So when was it ShareSafe here?
Yes.
And when was the ShareSafe taken out?
2016.
2016. Just bear with me 1 second.
Okay. Yes.
ShareSafe plans in 2016.
Yes.
So what happened when then the administration swapped to a different company called Equinity. Now Equinity is not ComputerShare, and Equinity is nothing to do with Equate Plus. It's just a different company.
Yes.
But because the ShareSafe was open with us, we would have continued to receive the money.
That's correct.
Okay, and we would have been what's called the savings carrier.
Yes.
But not responsible for any administration other than requests that came through Equinity. So from what you said is your wife would have put forward a request to close the ShareSafe through Equinity, I'm assuming. Then they would have put that request through to us and we would have refunded the money.
Yes.
And what you said has gone to the wrong bank account.
Yes.
Okay? So Equate Plus are the only people who've got access to the database where your account is. So I do apologise that they've said I don't have access to the database anymore.
So tell me, Paul, how do we find out? Well, who issued the refund?
When you say, okay, so we have got the money in the company's ComputerShare.
Right.
It's ComputerShare who issued the refund.
That's yourselves.
Yes,
Right. So you've issued the refund.
that's right.
You sent it to an old bank account of ours that's been closed. So that payment would have been bounced back to who? To you?
Yes, after 10 days.
Right.
Or 10 days at latest.
Yep. But this was issued 4 weeks ago. So now the payment's now been bounced back to you. And what I need is for you to reissue that refund to the correct bank details.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean about the process and what's happened, but your request can only go through the Equate Plus team.
Well, what do I do, Paul? When I've spoken to them and they said they've got no access to the account wasn't with them when the request to close the account was made on the 17th of November, and to only speak to you. I mean, I'm just getting pushed around from pillar.
No, I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that you've been caught in the middle. But so this is what if you're willing to, this is what I suggest you do. Okay? Because I can tell you what you need to say to them.
Right.
Okay? So you
The script team.
Script as in SCRIP.
Mm-hmm.
The script team is me. We are the people who used to manage the account, on behalf of. But since the system has been upgraded to the new computer.
Migrated over to Equate Plus. It was only on the 17th of November that the account was closed, and the refund issued. And that's what the guy's saying to me. He said the account hadn't been migrated over to them because it had already been closed with you.
No, the migration is all accounts are moved on to the new system.
Even closed ones.
Well, everything is migrated on. All the historic
Because
information.
it sounds to me like this account seems to have got caught in the middle of the migration, because it doesn't matter who I speak to, everyone keeps saying we've got no access to the account. Now I've raised a complaint already. There's an open complaint at the moment with Computer Share in relation to this, and the next thing I want is a subject access request with all the information that all these companies have now on my.
Access to the system.
Is there no other department, Paul, that would have any?
I'm afraid, once you raise a complaint, then that's a regulated process.
I appreciate that. Yes.
So, I think even if you do call a great plus now, because you've registered a complaint, they will say that we can't do anything because it's the complaints team. It's now in their regulated process.
What Equate Plus is a complaint team.
Yes, the complaints. Yes, Equate Plus is complaints team.
Right.
So I do suspect that anything you want, I do suspect that now you've raised a complaint, you won't be able to escalate this through any other channel other than through the complaints team, I'm afraid.
Right.
Because we're not allowed to, because it's regulated process.
Where the deduction takes place from her net salary, from her payroll, and they say send us the funds,
I see.
and then we would apply to the account.
Right.
That is how it usually works.
Right. You apply to her bank account for the money?
I can give you the bank account details we have for her on file, like the sort code and the last digit of the account we did receive a rejection, for example.
Right.
Yeah? Is it okay if I could place you back on hold to see if lines can find something out?
Yes. Okay.
Thank you. Anymore. However, as everything moves over to Equatec Plus, there's two options I can give you now. It's either you can start an investigation straight away with Equatec Plus, and like me giving you the number, or of course you can call in the morning tomorrow, or before at least like 3 p.m. again maybe, and then Linus said we might be able to get through to the plant manager to see if we have received the rejection. But actually the best way is to call through straight away to Equatec Plus with your details, and they will be able to see if there has been a payment rejection.
And what have Equity Plus got to do with it then?
It's just because last year Computer Share bought a new system called Equatex.
Right.
And the platform which I use now is Equatec Plus. So Sainsbury's as well, or ours, so they decided to move over to the new system. And that happened like 2 weeks ago, just really recently. So they are doing now the administration. So they can see payment rejections, they can see the bank details where it would have been sent to, but unfortunately we don't have access in this department because we still work on the old system for the companies remaining we look after.
And how long ago did these systems change?
How long they're going to be changed?
No, you said because you're working on the old system and Equity Plus is on the new system. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly.
And how long ago did these systems change then? How long ago did you change over to Equity Plus?
Oh, the migration takes usually just only like it's over a weekend when it takes place.
And when did it take place?
Let me have a quick look to be more accurate. probably not even 2 weeks ago.
You see, Solly, the issue the issue that I've got is that you guys issued the refund, but you've issued it to details that weren't kept up to date. Despite being notified of the correct details, you failed to keep the details up to date, and now for that reason the refund has been sent to the wrong account. So I don't really want to contact Equity Plus. I just want to deal with you or the plan manager, and I want them to sort it out and call us back when it's been arranged. Does that make sense?
I completely understand in this case. Of course, what I can offer now in this case, well, it's just maybe the quickest way with Equity Plus. I understand you would like to deal with that.
Well, I'll tell you the problem there is that my wife's tried to contact them twice a day and been kept on hold for 20 minutes until they've answered. They've answered and hung up instantly. So I really don't want to try and contact them because I think I'm just going to waste my time. And as far as I can see, the issue at the moment is with you guys, not you personally, Solly, but with your company. And you're charged with keeping these details under GDPR rules up to date, and they've not been kept up to date. So what I'd like you to do is to speak to your manager and ask them to contact Equity Plus if they need to, and then contact my wife when the matter's been resolved.
What I could try to do is maybe to send the information over to Equity Plus. This is what I can offer.
What the new bank details? You mean?
That we can start an investigation for their system, so they might be able to get then in touch with you from their side, from Equity Plus side.
Right. Or can I raise this as a complaint with your company now, with your manager?
Yeah, I can of course write now a complaint for you.
If it could, yeah. So, because I want this resolved. Obviously, we've got Christmas just coming up, and I want this resolved as soon as possible.
Yeah, of course. I can raise this complaint if you would like me to bear in mind, like, an investigation. So it needs to get looked into every phone call. Like, they will listen to any correspondence as well, yeah, for the closure in the process. So an acknowledgement would, like, take place in the next, like, 3 to 5 working days. So what I would need is, like, an email address.
Right.
Okay.
As part of that complaint, could I request a subject access request as well?
So you would like to have a confirmation of the complaint?
Well, a subject access request is all the information that you hold on my wife, all communications by letter or over the phone, all phone calls that have been recorded.
Yeah, of course, I can request that. That's not a problem. I will need to request that through the complaint. I will mention it in the complaint.
I mean, it depends, really. It depends how quickly the complaint's sorted out. If it could be done with 3 to 5 days, then don't worry about the subject access request. But I just want to get to the bottom of why these bank details weren't updated promptly and accurately.
Yeah, in the first place.
Yeah. If the complaint is resolved in the next, say, 5 days, Equity Plus can confirm to you that the payment's been bounced back, then I see no reason really why the payment couldn't be submitted again to the new bank details.
Of course, yeah, I will definitely put that through as well. Of course, I will listen to that phone call as well.
Perfect.
Sure. Is there anything else you would like me to check apart from that?
No, that's it, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, great stuff. Thank you very much for your help, Solly.
Not a problem, thank you.
Thanks, bye-bye now. Bye.
It's not an uncommon thing for the money to go to their bank account, but it's not used.
Well, because obviously these are long back in 2016, the details were passed on, but for some reason they weren't updated on the system, and now the refund's been issued, but it's been issued to a closed bank account. No, that's not the end of the world. It's going to bounce that payment back. Somebody just needs to look up your bounce back payments, see the payment's been returned, and reissue it again. I mean, that's not a major task, is it?
No, it's not at all.
categorically saying no access on your systems to this account, or any share save scheme for that matter. Is that correct?
On the script system,
Yeah.
which is the old system,
Mm-hmm.
yes, we have no access to codes, that's correct.
Right.
Because it was migrated across to the Equate Plus system on the 30th of November, we are not, if you go into the system, a message that comes up that says, no longer access to this.
And even though they said that from that at that specific time, the 17th of November, they weren't dealing with it, you've issued the refund, it still wouldn't be yourselves that would check for that missing payment.
No, everything has to go through the Equate Plus team.
Right.
Everything has to go through the Equate Plus team.
Okay, got it. Thank you very much for your help.
Right now, because when we're working from home, they would have gotten in touch with you via email. If you reply to that email, that will get to them.
Right. And you're saying that there's nobody that I can speak to in relation to this complaint. Is that correct?
Not at this moment, because there's no update to provide you on the phone at this moment.
Right.